This battle I had is not mine. I know that my God's gonna fight it, giving me victory at the end of the day. No matter the score, will not back down. You come through for me, I'm still standing. You leave for me is greater than what's in the world. Alright, 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 everything's gonna be alright, hey. 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 I'm winning, you're winning, we are winning. We're winning this battle, 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 battle, battle. I don't been teach me Nankanana, Kamedia Kane, Missy Abontina, Mansan, she laughter. What people that know be a new chapter. The soon was and the suit kaftan. Me and Anto messing a sin in a chin bend down, train crying whole canter. So how come with the pet channel? That's me and no quarantine me true bano. Mamma Yansa named Genio Don Patente Safway, dear saying who, when I'm in the tem, you see me crying, me piano me giant, me second when I wine, me in my buying, or no woman who buy, the common name, Nana mean to me sign. Yeah. Alright, 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 everything's gonna be alright, hey. 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 I'm winning, you're winning, we are winning. We're winning this battle, 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 battle. Alright, 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 everything's gonna be alright, hey. 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 I'm winning, you're winning, we're winning. We're winning this battle, 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 battle.
Joba yin dun mo
me kon edo wa hin
eyin nìkan ni àwa nílò ní gbogbo
papa mi yan wo bibia mi ye bia
ẹ máa jọba lọ
kò so adini ẹ máa jọba lọ kò so adini.
We need your glory, Lord. We need your power, Lord, to dwell among us. We can't do nothing, Lord. We empty, oh Lord, without your presence. We need your glory, Lord.
We need your glory, Lord.
We need your power, Lord.
We need your power, Lord,
to dwell among us. We empty, oh Lord. We can't do nothing, Lord, without your praise. Okay. Tamunobo
Ingbo mamiete. Hi, my name is Kafui Danku. Being a mother is such a joy, but it could be hectic if your baby's comfort is compromised. That is why in the midst of uncertainties, I always make sure I have the right diaper. Diaper that helps manage my day and night. Super absorbent. Over 10 hours of protection. Super slim to carry around and also light on the pocket. Royal Monopoly Baby Diaper is the magical comfort. Royal Monopoly Baby Diaper. Extra dry and comfortable. The smart choice for your royal baby.
This is Elbernard, the senior pastor at Spirit Bible Ministries, the prophetic city, and together with my father, our general overseer, God's oracle, Prophet Bernard, Elbernard Nosnishen, we want to specially invite you to this year's Mothers of Faith Convention, which is happening at the National Theatre from the 16th to the 23rd of July. We have other anointed men of God that will be on board, and God will truly bless you. You might ask yourself, why this caption, Mothers of Faith Convention? Now understand that faith is the foolishness of God, outclassing the wisdom of men. That is why 1 Corinthians 1 verse 18 says that the preaching of the gospel is foolishness to those who are perishing. And God also chooses the foolish things of the world to confound the wise. Your testimony awaits you. These 8 days, book a date with God, and your life will be transformed. I can't wait to see you and your family.
Wonderful people of God, my name is Prophet Samuel Odonko.
Prophet Ezekiel Nelson Coming.
My name is Prophet Isaac Owusubuadi.
I am Prophet Foster Elom Azuma.
This is Prophet Abraham Samoa.
My name is Prophet Eko Hammond.
My name is Prophet Alex Roberts.
My name is Prophet George Clotte.
Prophet Samuel Namiche.
Pastor Henry Doe.
My name is Prophet Solomon Doe.
Hi Ghana, hi Africa and the world at large. This is Vincent Bannerman, the senior pastor at the Prophetic City Spirit Ministries, with my father, God's oracle, Prophet Elbernard, and these anointed men of God you see here. We want to invite you to our annual Madness of Faith Convention, which is happening from
16th of July to the 23rd of July 2017.
National Theatre, Accra, Ghana.
Come along with your friends and your family.
And the time is 6 p.m. each night. Your testimony awaits you. See you there.
So she's married. She said she's married to a man of God.
Yeah, a lay minister.
He's a lay minister, yes. My problem is like she's a woman, and the man is a full-time minister.
Oh, okay. No Christians.
This one is not the lay minister one.
The second one.
The first one, the woman is not a lay minister. She's just married to a man of God.
Yes.
So the second one, it's the one on the Facebook page we are looking at.
Yeah, she's married to a man of God.
Yes.
And the man of God has packed out of the house.
Yeah.
The man is not,
paying
anything. He doesn't give them money. They don't know his whereabouts. He doesn't even call to check on the baby. So she wants to find out if she should, as a Christian, can she send it?
Can she send it to the pastor so that he's made to pay?
He's
made to pay. Well.
So what do you think? Child support agency. So what should she do?
There's an agency like that even there. In Ghana, it's even difficult to access.
It's just like Waju and all these things.
Yeah, but I mean, that's a system that works. So she definitely has to do that.
Yeah, she should go.
Because her problem is she is a Christian and she's married to a man of God.
Yeah. So I think
not to watch their dirty lilies in public.
No, from probably the angle she's looking on. She's a Christian, so then we need to ask ourselves, what is even informing her thinking of being a Christian before she makes the decision of taking? Because that means that probably there are certain things that she has seen in scriptures that probably is bothering her, letting her to ask herself whether as a Christian, is it good to go to the court? And there are scriptures in the Bible that can make anybody think so.
Yeah.
So Alice, when you look at, I think 1 Corinthians 6, and then you look at Matthew chapter 18, it is clearly spelled out how
issues should be handled when it comes to believers with court issues. Now, when it comes to Matthew chapter 18, you see Jesus Christ spoke that if you have issues with one another, the first thing you do is so that you confront your brother. If the person does not give you a listing here, take 2 or more people. If it does not listen, take the elders of the church, and then before you can really go in. And then in the, I think the 1 Corinthians 6 or 2 Corinthians 6, I think that one, Paul is very emphatic. Paul begins to talk to the Corinthian church, and then he begins to tell them, 1 Corinthians 6, verse 1 to 8, he begins to tell, if you wonder, he asks them that, why is it that when you have issues among yourself as believers, you don't solve it among yourself, knowing that you have wise people among you, than take it to unbelievers to judge, so that in a way the unbelievers have a way to mock believers and say that even Christians who profess Christ are cheating themselves. So if there are issues, let people have authority sit down, discuss it, and whatever decision they take is final. Now, when people use that to say that Christians cannot sue, they are having a false balance interpretation of scriptures, because the dispensation Paul lived in is different. In that dispensation, all courts around them were by the Romans, and most of them, all of them were unbelievers, and they could not analyze things from the God point of view. So then there was no need where you take issues to court. But with this one in, if I can start my own with that, the woman says that I'm married to a man of God. I helped the man of God get green card, come in, get green card. When he got a green card, he just packed his things out of the house and I've moved in. And then he's not even paying child support, even $40 to help with baby diapers. He's not paying. So can I sue the man? Now let me first look at it from the man of God. Now when people say man of God, as a pastor, now I begin to ask myself, what kind of man of God are they talking about? Is it somebody that they met who was active at church, loved the things of God, preach once a while, and then because sometimes when people say somebody is a man of God, sometimes you see issues in this paper, a man of God. Most of you going, they are not really men of God. They are just probably active church workers. Because if you are going to marry a man of God, you must be very sure that the man of God is under authority. Yeah. So you don't just go and meet somebody who is just going to write and say, God has called me. What are you doing? I'm waiting. And then you help the person to come outside. And so if it's a man of God, no man of God under authority can park out of his house easily. Because that means that it's a church he's pastoring. So the question that probably, if the woman was to ask is that, who does your husband answer to? Okay. Because if those things are there, then these people must be able to help settle the case. Okay. So if you're married to a man of God, and there are such issues, the first thing you do is to take it to the superiors, if he's working under ministry, to let them handle the issue. Because if it's a man of God, that means that I presume that it's the ministry that he gets his salary from. And a pastor under us, a spirit life, cannot expect to be paid if he has moved from his house. So even in that case, then the court, if the man is in that situation, the court issue will not even come, because you want to see the man so that the man can help her take care of the family. If husband is working in the ministry, the first thing is that the church must make sure that the money is divided into two. Half go to so then that even court issue does not come in. Right. But if the woman is married to somebody who claims is a man of God and it's not under any authority and is living anyhow, then in that case we cannot solve it in the Christian way, as Paul talks about. Okay. Because in the Christian way, it is like have an issue with my husband, have an issue with my wife, have an issue with a Christian brother. Maybe it's about land, it's about any other type of marriage, and then we don't have to settle it. We come to our deacons, elders, pastors, and they tell us this and this and this that we believe according to the scriptures you must do. Understand you are Christians. Understand that you must work in love. You are at fault. The issue you solve, give his pertaining to him. If that case, the brother does not still want to understand, you see the person. So in this case, if he's married to a man of God who is not under authority in this way, what issues can be handled in the Christian way, and is neglecting his fatherly duty, the woman, I support her to sue the man so that the man will at least take care of the child. That is if the woman can't afford. Because I've had an issue. I spoke with a woman. The man divorced the woman is a pastor, and the woman said, "I'm not taking any child support. Let him go. I don't want to even want that bitterness again. I can take care of my child." If the woman can, I would say that this is not a person he should even go to court with. He doesn't deserve it. But if she can't, she should sue.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So if you just joined, my name is Mimi Elbernard Nelson Eshen, and you are watching The Prophet's Wife. We are talking about men of God, ministry, and everything. Today, what we are addressing is a man who packs out of his matrimonial home, leaves the wife and a baby without anything. He doesn't support, he doesn't call to check on them. Should this woman sue? Should she take him to the child support agency? What should he do? You can join by sending your comments and your questions to my page. God bless you. So we are on it, Prof. V. I would say, I want us to read 1 Timothy chapter 5, verse 8.
Okay.
Anyone who does not provide for their relatives, and especially for their own household, has denied the faith and is worse than an unbeliever.
It's an infidel, yeah.
So why should a man of God do that?
So that is why. Okay, we have spoken already. So maybe
Doc,
let us
why are you looking at her? Okay, Doc, you come in. Why should the man even do that? Well, you know we have 2 issues to address, so this is just like 15 minutes discussion. Then the main topic would.
Yeah, I think as Provision said, this might not be a total man of God, and also, and I think that. For the woman to come to the point of thinking about going to a child support agency means that she has done possibly a lot of things to get the man's attention to the home. And we should not be too surprised that a man who is supposed to be working for God can do these things, because some of our I told you before that we have some self-acclaimed men of God who don't have people over them. I said they don't under any authority. They just do the things that they want to do at any point in time at all. So they move to wherever the wind blows them to. This man has packed out of his matrimonial home, and possibly, I don't know where he's lodging, but possibly with another woman or something. And
you can't say that.
Yeah, anyway. So if this woman has tried to get in touch of this man and is not getting him, I think in the US you can declare him missing. That's the first way.
Declare him missing.
Oh, in the US they can locate him right now and bring him to you.
No, what if she knows that, every Sunday he goes to church?
Every Sunday he goes to church, yes. So possibly she has gone to see the pastors and they are not, it is not working because there's nobody, as you hear, like, Papa is our Papa. If something happened in my home and I know that, okay, if I tell Papa, everything is settled. So I know that, so my husband will surely listen and want to make amends before it gets to Papa. So if this issue is not being solved and she's considering child support, then she has gone to an extent that she needs help.
Yeah.
And I think she should hurry up and go to the child support so that anywhere the man is coming, whether from church or whatever, they can link it to their.
Let me not cut you, but I put it on Facebook, Instagram, and most of the people are like, he's a man of God. I think they should pray. But my point is, this woman. The man is a man of God, yes. Okay, the woman, she's not a woman of God. She's married to a man of God, and she even knows what is right and what is wrong. She knows that as a Christian, should she even, in the first place, take it to child support agency? How come the man of God didn't even think of the fact that he had a child to take care of? You got a green card, no, but where done?
I just think that I'm looking at it from another angle. I think that this is someone who desperately wanted to get his green card. He wanted a stay to be able to do his ministry and flow. And probably along the line, as he was trying to see this lady as an advantage or a means to an end, then probably, you know, the lady fell in love, and then, you know, the green card, they have to be married and all. So now that I'm married, okay, I can have sex with her. They had sex there, because the lady is saying even $40 for diapers. It means it's a small baby. It's not a grown-up child like 4 or 5 years. It's a small baby. So probably when he got what he wanted, now he would sit down and assess, I don't love this woman. Is this the kind of person I want to marry? I don't think she would help my ministry or something. And then finds an excuse, packs out of the house so that he would have his free life. Probably they have had discussions the lady hasn't disclosed. Maybe he has discussed with the lady, okay, I don't love you, probably from the beginning, but because of the green card, we have to get along with this. And the lady will only hope that, okay, as time goes on, he would love me, and since he's a man of God, I don't think he will behave like those other people that you would do it for. Because there are a lot of cases that people get their green card and they run away and leave their women. It is not new. So the thing about him being a man of God, or, you know, doesn't really change the fact that he had his own plans and he also wanted to live his life.
I don't understand why everybody's like, he's a man of God, let's pray for him to change his heart.
And then,
let's pray for him to change his mind.
And then the scripture you
what about the
quoted,
baby?
Yes, the scripture you also quoted. So for me, I'm like, okay, you can't deal with such a person as a man of God. So you have to follow procedures. If you are ready to let go, let your issues get into public. Because if he's a man of God, it means he has gathered a number of people. If you want it to come out, I'm sure the man will also come and say that I didn't love her, I just wanted the green card. And this issue will just blow out. And probably the woman knows something that is getting her all confused about spilling the beans and probably getting to the right authorities. Yeah. And I'm sure she's just hiding behind the Christian thing, because I believe she's a confident person. For her to be married to a man of God and be doing ministry.
Thank you very much. I think there are all kinds of guys on the loose who will do anything to get what they want. I mean, they don't mind having a child with any woman. They don't care. If you get pregnant for them and you have a child, so what? They want their green card, they will marry you. That is why even these days you will see people who are 30 years and getting married to women who are 60 years just because they want to have a stay in Germany or in America. And I think this man of God is one of those men who have been set loose to do those things. Man of God. Yes, this supposed man of God. So I think that the people who work in this child support units are not demons. They are not unbelievers. I am a lay minister. I work in a bank. I can find myself working in any of these institutions. And so if I find myself working in any of these institutions, I'm not a demon. They are not witches.
Yeah.
They are not. We shouldn't think that when you take somebody to a child support unit, it is for the person to become responsible. It's as if when somebody attacks me in my home as a man of God and I have a gun and the person wants to kill my family, I don't go on my knees and pray. I use my gun. I will use my gun and I'll make sure I kill you before you kill my family. Or if I report you to the police, the policemen are not demons. They are to enforce and make sure that you do the right thing. So I think the woman should hurry up and get the man to become responsible. If possible, even if they can deport him back to Ghana,
you need to have something like that for men of God, like people in ministry.
No. I think if he reports this man of God and tell them what they are, you know, in America you have a child, they're not taking care of the child. No. It becomes a responsibility of the state. And so if they need to deport the man back to Ghana,
I saw Prof. Sam's comment. Prof. Sam said they should send him back.
Is green card the same as DJ have green card?
So he's not a citizen of America.
He's not happy. Okay.
So because he has a green card, they can't deport him.
They can. They can deport. No. So long as now, when it comes to nations, even citizens who were born in the nation, if they go contrary to certain things, there's a way where even somebody can be asked to stay outside the country. How much more you were not and you are misbehaving? This case like this, if it goes before, like in America, they will find a way even to.
I don't even understand, because if this man is a married man and he's also a man of God, So how is he able to do the ministry without being able to do the family? I don't understand.
That's what I find interesting about it.
What kind of?
I'm saying that's what I find interesting about, because the lady is not even asking the man to come back so they get married. She's just interested in the man taking care of them. It means there's something missing.
It looks like
that
they're already married.
No, they're married. They're married. That's why I'm saying that. Even if you want to look at the issue from the man of God angle, look at say general public for Christian issue. With the man of God, I can't use the word suppose, because it will be difficult for any man of God who is under authority, I keep on saying, just part from house and go back and preach in the house. So now, the woman says, I call him.
What if he's a general overseer?
No, wait, I'm coming. Let me come. The woman says that I call him. He does not answer. I try reaching him. Does not. That means that the man does not have a church. His passion that they know, because the man has a church. His passion that they know. The woman will go. That means that there is somebody who was just in Ghana, tells me the lady and says, I'm a pastor, I'm into ministry, and the woman is okay. Then so when I come, we'll do ministry together. And the woman, that's what I'm saying, that most people who are both outside and in Ghana, if you want to marry a man of God, anything can happen, but at best, make sure that the person is really under authority. At least that one, there's a little safe haven. The person can still go ahead and misbehave, but there will be more measures to check a person. But if you go in the name that the person says he's into ministry, he's in prison, so he's a man of God, you go into a destiny way. But there are a lot of fraudsters around. You just would want to get green card, want to go to the for they. But Bible said there are people who conscience as mere with iron. That means that nothing breaks them, nothing moves them. They don't care. They can give birth. You can do all kind of things. They will do whatever they want to do. So in such a case, the woman should sue. If she will let the woman be deported, it should be. Should be deported.
But Mami, I think those who are abroad, I think most of the time they fall into such things, because it could be they had an encounter with the person and then he's been helping her pray, talking to her about issues, advising her. And you know, when you are outside, you might not have your friends or your relatives around, so you might not get someone you could trust. So this is a person, maybe he just got his contact, then they just came, oh, I'm this, I'm that, then he just comes to pick him. Definitely, yes, from the beginning, you could see he was just in for the green card, but not for the marriage. And we all pray, I think all of us, we all pray that our church members will go and handle the public institutions. We are all praying we should become the top, like the MPs, the lawyers. So yes, child agency support. It could be it's Christians who are even handling that agency.
Yeah. Oh yes, so it's not the time Paul was writing, Christians were not into these things. At that time Paul was right, but at this time, most of these, even in our nation, most of the people there are counselors, people in church that can also handle such issues.
Our advice is for the woman to send the man to the child support.
Take the child support.
For them to have their way with him. Yes. Okay. All right, so please, you heard the panel. They said you should take your husband to the welfare support agency, everything, for him to do the right thing. Okay, so that is it. Thank you. So we'll go for a short commercial break and come back with the main topic. Raj, I hope you're ready.
This is Vincent Bannerman, the senior pastor at Spirit Life Ministries, the prophetic city, and together with my father, our general overseer, God's oracle, Prophet Bernard, Elbernard Nosnishen, we want to sincerely invite you to this year's Mothers of Faith Convention, which is happening at the National Theatre from the 16th to the 23rd of July. We have other anointed men of God that will be on board, and God will truly bless you. You might ask yourself, why this caption, Mothers of Faith Convention? Now understand that faith is the foolishness of God, outclassing the wisdom of men. That is why 1 Corinthians 1 verse 18 says that the preaching of the gospel is foolishness to those who are perishing. And God also chooses the foolish things of the world to confound the wise. Your testimony awaits you. These 8 days, book a date with God and your life will be transformed. I can't wait to see you and your family.
Wonderful people of God, my name is Prophet Samuel Odonko.
Prophet Ezekiel Nelson Coming.
My name is Prophet Isaac Owusu-Boadi.
I am Prophet Foster Elom Azuma.
This is Prophet Abraham Samoa.
My name is Prophet Eko Hammond.
My name is Prophet Alex Roberts.
My name is Prophet George Clotte.
Prophet Samuel Nyameche.
Pastor Henry Doe.
My name is Prophet Elbernard.
Hi Ghana, hi Africa and the world at large. This is Vincent Bannerman, the senior pastor at the Prophetic City Spiritual Ministries, with my father, Ghost Oracle Prophet Elbernard, and this anointed man of God you see here. We want to invite you to our annual Madness of Faith Convention, which is happening from
16th of July to the 23rd of July 2017.
National Theatre, Accra, Ghana.
Come along with your friends and your family.
And the time is 6 p.m. each night. Your testimony awaits you. See you there.
Good evening, the Prophet's wife. I am 40 years and my husband is 46. My husband is a full-time minister of God and I am a lay minister. We have 4 kids and we are based in Atlanta, America. We have been married for 14 years. We are both Ghanaians, but I have been in America since I was 8 years. But I was always in Ghana every summer with my parents and siblings. I met my husband in Ghana, we fell in love, we got married, and I later brought him to Atlanta. We started a church right here in Atlanta, which is doing well by God's grace. As a pastor's wife, I do everything possible to ensure that everything is fine in church. I preach when he's not around, and at home I do my wifey duties, but unfortunately my husband doesn't see it because he thinks I don't keep myself well as a woman. He wants me to look good like I used to before we met and before I gave birth. I don't know what to do. He wants me to wear makeup, but I don't like it. He wants me to wear shorts and some funny outfits in the kitchen and when doing laundry, but it's uncomfortable for me. He gave me money to change my wardrobe, but he didn't like the things I bought. He thinks the delivery of my kids have changed my form, so he wanted me to join him every morning to the gym. But I work with a company and have responsibilities at home too. I can join him to the gym, but I might lose my job, and when I come back to the house too, my house chores and the kids will be waiting for me. I have explained it to him, but he wouldn't take it. My husband now compares my big belly and how shapeless I am now to other women who also have kids. Should a Christian even consider these things at all? Why is my husband putting pressure on me?
Baby, careful, ingbo mamiete. Hi, my name is Kafui Danku. Being a mother is such a joy, but it could be hectic if your baby's comfort is compromised. That is why in the midst of uncertainties, I always make sure I have the right diaper. Diaper that helps manage my day and night. Super absorbent. Over 10 hours of protection. Super slim to carry around and also light on the pockets. Royal Monopoly Baby Diaper is the magical comfort. Royal Monopoly Baby Diaper. Extra dry and comfortable. The smart choice for your royal baby.
Okay, thank you for staying with us. I'm sure you heard what the lady read. The letter is out now. I've put it on my page. I'll first ask Lay Minister Kutu to talk to us about what he thinks about this whole issue.
Thank you very much, Mami. I think the lady, I don't agree with her on a larger scale. I think I don't agree with her because your husband is telling you to wear those things in the house. I mean, you see, there is what drives every man. Now, that should tell you that your husband is having a problem with what drives him as a man. So if he is telling you to wear those things in the kitchen, in the bedroom, those are your secret chambers where you don't have people looking at you. So I don't think wearing short skirts in the house just for your husband to, watch it and fantasize you as a wife. I don't know why you should have a problem with that, because every man has what gingers him as a man, and I believe that the man is doing this thing so that there are men who will keep quiet over it and look outside. But in this case, the man is telling you, and even the man gave you money. So he's being responsible. This is a very responsible man. He gave the wife money to buy those things, said, wear them at the kitchen. I want you to also look good, so that when I come back from work or from church, when I look at you, I'll say, oh, this is my wife. And you are complaining. I don't know what she wants us to do as men, because as a man of God, when I come back home, it doesn't matter what it is. There is what drives me as a man, and at any point in time, I want to see my wife doing that thing that drives me, so that it will bring out that edge in me and also enjoy my wife. Because if I'm supposed to enjoy my wife, something needs to drive me, and I believe that this man of God wants the wife to remain as initial as possible, just as she used to be when they got married. Now, he gave her money to do this, but this is where I also don't agree with the man. You don't compare your wife to other women.
Good.
You don't compare. Under no circumstance should you compare your wife to other women. That, oh, my wife has a big belly. She has a big belly because you made her pregnant. And she gave birth to a child, and it has deformed her in a way. You understand? So you cannot have the same wife that you married. Her breast cannot still be stiff as it used to be. 10 years down the line, the breast will become soft, and you need to enjoy that soft breast and enjoy it well. So you cannot say that, oh, my wife is deforming, her belly has become big as a result, and I want you to go to the gym. Now, the woman is a lay minister. The woman is a lay minister, and that means that she is working. If you read the letter, the woman said that she's always busy at home. She did not mention that the man has been helping her do the chores at home. You understand? There are times when my wife has accused, when I come back from work and I jump to bed and I'm on my bed. Sometimes I feel, get up and come and help me. Won't you help me to do the house chores? There are times the women need our help in the kitchen, or in the house, to take care of the children, to clean the house, to lay the bed, to sweep and mop the floor of the house. I don't think there is something wrong with the man doing this. Here you are comparing your wife to other women. What it means is that the man has been watching other women, savoring them well, and probably has some intentions. It's just that he wants the wife to do the same thing. Under no circumstance should you compare your wife to any other woman.
Good.
However, I conclude like this. I think the woman should wear those nice things the man is talking about. That means that she was doing them, but because now she's busy, she cannot have time to wear.
No, she said she doesn't like it. She's not comfortable in those things.
Yes, there are things my wife is not comfortable with, walking outside with them. But in the house, so long as I am comfortable with it, she has to wear them.
So does it mean we do not have to consider how the woman feels?
Not in this particular case. No, the children, I don't think she's asking the woman to go naked. I don't think she's asking the woman to walk around naked.
Wear those sexy things.
Yes, for the man. For the man. For the man. For the man.
There's no bedroom.
It's all part of it.
Can I say?
Yes, you can.
You see, this is a very serious issue we are discussing here. You might never know why the man is doing that. Now, there are men who don't enjoy sex on the bed. They enjoy it in the kitchen, in the laundry. That is what makes them happy. So if that is what your husband wants, if that is what your husband wants, why won't you do it for your husband in the house? It does not matter how uncomfortable you feel. It is like denying your husband sex. It's like saying, I'm tired, I can't have sex because I'm tired, so we should consider you. No. When it comes to those things, you cannot be tired, you cannot complain, you should give it out willingly. And so I don't think there is any issue with this. I think the woman.
So On that note, please do not forget to share it. Send it to your friends. Copy the link and send it to your friends. Call other people to join in this conversation. Send your comments and your questions in the comment section. God bless you. Okay, Mrs. Banaman, I know you like wearing shorts at home. I've been to your house a couple of times because Prof V likes it. So what do you think? What's your take on this issue?
First of all, I think I have to really say the woman is really doing well. A woman who will preach when
the husband is
that means she is also really eating the word, or her spiritual level too is on top. And aside that, she is cooking, doing all the house chores, and she is working. So yes, she is doing very well. But then this is the case. I mean, when you marry, we do compromise, because I think it's not everything that sometimes even when you are arguing, you have to sometimes give in, because we do compromise on certain things. When you get married, there are some things you might not want to see, but then here you come, you go and say it, but then you want peace, so you have to cover up, and you might not get to act comfortably all the time. Even in our corporate world, sometimes you get to the office and you are taxed additional, responsibilities that under normal circumstances you don't do. And this is a woman who is also in the corporate world. So I'm also asking her, maybe if she has a manager or something like a CEO, if the person asks her to do certain things, will she resign? Yeah, so for marriage, sometimes you have to. This is a case, I think the husband even knows that she's not comfortable in certain things. That's why she's saying you should do it in the house, where no one is saying. Maybe if a visitor is coming, you can quickly go inside and then wear what you are comfortable in. So things that make the marriage exciting. You are a lay minister. I think she even advises couple or future, people who are about to marry. So there are things that make the marriage exciting. And if it's not sin, this one, you shouldn't really be reluctant. And what I should also say is that sometimes the men too, it's not only the women who change when they marry. Most of the men also do change. So it could be, for this man, he's saying he also gyms. So I think he's also taking care of his weight, yes, and himself. And he doesn't know why the lady can't do same when he thinks he's looking good for her. So he's trying to say the lady should also return. But then for the man to have the lady do it, I think he should help in the house chores, because she can't go for the gym in the morning since she is not a full-time pastor and she's a lay minister. So in the evening you can advise her, oh, let me take this up so that you can do the gym in the evening. Or if you can't, I think get her help, who might not even stay in the house. At least he or she should be there to help, so that the woman can also buy into what you want him to do, her to do. And sometimes the way we also communicate, it might also encourage the person to do or buy into what you are suggesting.
If you tell me that, if you compare my big belly to someone, it will even
yes,
it would
it
even
could be the way
motivate
the man even says it. It can push you off. Or it can even make you.
So I think what he does is he compares her to like other women who have given birth to maybe 3 or 4 kids who are keeping up well with
those
themselves.
women did not even go under CS. It could be they had it normal.
She went through CS.
I'm comparing all, because you can't just go and then.
I didn't see that.
What I'm saying is that she didn't say that. But then for the man to go out and compare when you don't know what happened with that particular lady.
Okay,
so there is no end for comparison. That's what I'm driving. And then you have to communicate well. Sometimes in getting someone's attention or in getting the person to do what you want to do, communicate well, encourage the person. In the evening, you can help him, help her. Let's go. When I come back, I'll come and do it. Or sometimes when she comes back and it's done, the woman says, I'll come back and these things will be waiting for me.
And the fact that if she follows the man to the gym, she would even lose her job.
The morning is even out. I'm even talking about evening. Have it done so that she can, go for the gym.
The evening, I'm not sure she can go with the husband. I don't think.
Also, you want her to do it. So maybe in the morning, you can make yours 3 times in the morning. Then you leave for her to come on board with you. We are all compromising, or we are all pushing it in a way.
Okay, for me, I like the fact that the man wants to bring some spice into their homes, despite his challenge with the woman's shape and everything. But like she's mentioned, the communication bit, you know, even if it's just your fingernails and someone says, your nails are so short, every time you realize that, you end up hiding it. Even you know, you hide it unconsciously, or sometimes maybe someone says, your teeth are too big, or you know, you have scattered, you know, someone you won't even show it. Anything that someone talks about, you are so cautious about it and you want to hide it. This is someone who is already not comfortable wearing such dresses, and you can see that they've been into ministry for long.
Let's not forget, she stated that he wants her to, you know, go back to how she used to be. Doesn't mean she used to like makeup, she used to like all these things.
No, in terms of, I think that's in terms of her body shape. And that's what I want to drive at. You see, there's a way you can make someone feel good about him or herself, and then later you go like, hey, but you know, if you were gymming, like there's this machine there that can really trim your waist and then it will make your hips come out. You know, there's a way, I mean, we are women, no matter how hard or strong a woman is, there's a way a man can say something that would keep ringing in your head, and you're always thinking, even if she doesn't have time, she'll do whatever it takes to trim that part and then look good. So if you tell me my belly is big, now you want me to expose, you know, the same thing you're always complaining and probably comparing to people in the church, like, hey, like sister this, look, has she not given birth? You every day you are complaining about it. Has she not given birth? She even has 3 children, you have just 2. You know, men can say things in a way that, like, for the rest of your life, it will be ringing, and it's all not comfortable.
Should she even consider all these things as a Christian? Should she even, why should she even stress herself with this shorts in the kitchen, in the bedroom? Why should she even dress this way? Why should she even do makeup? Mrs. Isuman.
Yes, Mommy, I think she should consider all these things, because apart from whatever we have said, these men of God are also men before the God. So whatever any other person feels out there, they also go through the same thing. So if your husband, when he's at home, he's a man, he's your husband, and you have to treat him as such. So if he is not comfortable with you wearing certain clothes, certain things that you do, she said, the husband is complaining that she doesn't keep herself well. So she should sit down and analyze certain things about herself. What is it that she's doing that her husband is not comfortable with? Because sometimes you might think you are doing the right thing, but you might end up not doing anything at all. I spoke to a man of God about an issue, and he said that men see respect in different forms. There are things that someone's husband might do that will be different from another one's. So you have to find out from the man, what is it that you are not really doing? Or you have to look out for someone you really trust, a Christian woman that you can talk to and find out certain things that you can put in place and then help your home.
Yeah. Like okay, wow. But she, sorry?
I mean, like a sexy I mean, someone who does something like that.
Yes.
Because it's not every Christian woman who even buy into it. People like, hey, then your husband is backsliding. There are people who, you know.
Because I also made a statement. Remember, before we started, I was like, so how did you said maybe the man's preference or his taste changed? And I was like, but where did he go before the taste changed? Because if you didn't have all these tastes, how come all of a sudden you have this taste? So he's a man of God. No, but I don't understand. How come this man all of a sudden has a different taste?
Yeah.
This woman has been like this all this while. You never wanted her to wear shorts. All of a sudden you want her to wear shorts. You want her to do makeup. You want her to look this way. Like, but
I think sometimes there are things that personally we like as people, but probably but for reason of certain things that we don't have, we are able to adjust to what we have. So it's possible, like, by the time they were getting married, the man did not have that money to take the wife to shopping to buy certain things that she wants the woman to wear. So probably.
So why didn't the man take the woman to do the shopping?
No. That's why.
If you know what you want.
No, but I said, well, just like you said, the at least from here, the man has already made her aware of what she wanted, and then sometimes when it comes to shopping, personally, I'm not that good at buying things for people. I usually feel I'm making mistakes. So
bought me a nice
but even with my wife tells her most often when I'm at the boutique, I'll take the pictures and send it to her. And even sometimes I still wait for her to come to the boutique later on before she can make some preparation. But at least looking at the issue on board, I think it's from two angles. Now, when you look at the angle of the man, now, let me, as I sit here, I'm looking at, when I came in and I saw my wife, I said, wow. Sitting here looking at my wife, now the wow, the wow I said, will not be the same as the wow I said when I saw her washing in the morning or doing something in the morning. So then there's always a side of what we see, both as men and as a woman. So probably if the woman made a statement that my husband thinks that I'm not keeping myself well as a woman, so the woman probably should ask herself. And then sometimes the things we see, and then we also, you watch telly, you go on Instagram, you see women wake up. You see sometimes even in movies, the way people sleep, they sleep like angels. So you don't even see them. So you think that if you see your wife or your husband or your but that woman on telly, if you marry her, it will shock you the snoring you see. And so sometimes you watch movies, you see a woman probably at the kitchen looking nice, but you don't know that with movies they do makeup before they go, and with kitchen, the heat in kitchen can let you do makeup. But at least there's a way where there can also be balance. So then let's ask, the woman should ask herself, is she wearing clothes, is she using clothes, putting clothes around her and moving around the house?
Yes.
If that is what you are doing, then how do you expect your husband to not have a problem? Because you're wearing all kinds of things. There's nothing wrong with a woman going to the kitchen. It might be necessary shorts. There's a way where there are outfits you can wear, top and down. It matches. It's nice. Then I'm coming to, sometimes probably, I'm coming to check on my wife washing, and then there's some kind of attach she's wearing. I look at her, even if I have to talk to her, probably is gone. So then we have to look at all kinds of people. Now, when you're going to marriage, I believe that there are things that you need to expect. Okay. If you don't expect them, then you are not matured. These are what we've been married for 14 years. One of the things you expect when you're going to marriage is change. Okay. And the change that can happen with delivery. There are women that delivers. There are women who when they are pregnant, you don't even notice they are pregnant. But there are women when they are pregnant, their body changes. And sometimes it takes a long time to be able to come back to that side. So in this case, there's also compromise the woman can have. And with those compromises, it has to do with the man helping. So if I would tell the woman that if with her side, if there's somebody that probably she feels that she can talk to, we can call the man, then both of them can have it started counseling to talk to. So okay, well, I can go do this, do that.
Ravi, let me not catch you.
Okay.
As a Christian, is she supposed to even think about all these things? Should the husband even worry her with all these things? Should she consider makeup? Should she consider dressing in a way that the husband wants her? The husband wants her to wear this at home. The husband wants her to keep fit, like look good. Her tummy should be intact and everything. Is it even necessary?
It's necessary.
Okay, why?
You being a Christian does not make you a spirit.
Okay.
You have a body, and even Bible says that bodily exercise has a profit. Yeah. So it keep you now. You see, there was a picture I saw on Instagram. Grandma at 60. She looks like she's in her 40s.
Yeah.
if now they said they were married for 14 years, they are in their 48, they are in 40. Probably the man is looking at the stand where the woman is losing herself. By the time she gets to 50, probably she's become so that it might be difficult for the man to be able to still seek this is an attractive woman for me. So long as the attraction is not there, sex becomes a problem. Now, sex does not just start in the bedroom where you are naked. Sex starts from our looks, going to the house, our looks coming in, and then doing all those things. So for a Christian now, when you talk about makeup, Bible always admonish modesty. It does not say we do away with them. That's why we say that women must keep a modest apparel, things you do. So a Christian, in the same way, must you wear earrings as a Christian? You can wear earrings as a Christian. You can do makeup as a Christian. So probably this woman is coming from a background also that her orientation makes her think that all these things are sin. So to her, she thinks that she's even sinning. Now watch this. She thinks she's even sinning wearing shorts in the house. But she doesn't think she's sinning when she wears panties in the bedroom. Panty is more explosive than that. So if you don't think you are sinning, what is wrong with if shorts in panty? What is wrong with there's nobody in the house, just you and your husband, and you are even in panties or even naked walking around? But you know, even there are some people, because of their spiritual orientation, which have kept them in bondage, they even think certain things I'm sinning. Even with sex, there's the thing they think is a sin because
married couple.
Yeah, they could not the sex as a sin. Some position, some way you carry yourself. Even some people come for they're even shy of. So I believe that in all, the man should come from a point where he should. If the man is watching, and most men are watching, come from a point where you appreciate your wife first. Okay. This is a woman who has given birth to I think he said about how many kids. I think four kids. This is a woman who works in a company. This is a woman who assists as a lay preacher. A woman who comes home and works. So I said everything. You as a man must learn to appreciate the wife. Let the wife know that I appreciate what you are doing. I cherish you. Before even you go into criticize the woman, compare the woman to other people, ask yourself, are you prepared as a man to let your wife stop work so that she can go to the gym with you? Yes, you can exercise in the house. How are you helping? So I think it's from both angles that we need to look at. But there are places that this woman needs people to speak to her also. Because as I said, there are some people that by even their orientation, even putting rings on their head, their hands, is a sin. And for them, even wearing shorts at home will be a problem. But if the woman is not keeping herself well, there's no way she can get the husband attracted. And when the attraction is not there, there's always problem. And taste changes. It changes. I think that you might just look around. I said something and you asked me that with the man. Now, there are things that personally I'm not think of buying some years past. At that point in time, I thought probably I did not like them. But the truth is that I didn't have the money. So when money comes, the taste change. The food I want to eat change.
So the man's change the taste can just change like that without.
Yes, no, the taste, no. You see, no. When it comes to when it comes to change, now the woman said the woman wants me to look as I used to look at first. Yes. So probably the woman had this kind of body figure.
But she gave birth to 4 kids.
Yes, that is where I said it. Like the man must learn to appreciate the woman for what she has done. And I said even before we came on show that if I'm talking to the man, enjoying your wife when it comes to sex necessarily has not to do with the body of the woman. It's the mind. There are men that have women with the shape that you will see. This is a woman with shape. They still cheat. They still divorce them and go for other people. Yeah. So those ones, that's what I said earlier, that the woman too can talk to somebody who can call them for counseling. It's possible that he's a man of God. It's possible that he can also become, in a way, a little carnal, having kinds of thoughts, having people around going there. So now I want my wife to look at dress certain ways.
But is it
the
all
way
right?
it is not right. It's not right for which that. But the question the woman asked, should a Christian agent consider that? This is assumption. What should the Christian consider? Can a Christian look good at the kitchen? Yes. Can a Christian wear shorts for the husband
like
at home?
be in your heels and your shorts and be cooking?
No.
You can do it.
Yes.
It's even nice.
If your husband likes it,
but if you are cooking for the whole family and you are in your heels
and the heels at least and the man you at least you see as I said, looking at my wife, you see, the times, well, I don't expect my wife to go into the kitchen and then probably be went. But to be honest with you, if once I come from out and my wife has good makeup on, is in bed. I tell you, the way I look at her will be different than when I come and I see her with a cloth around there.
Now
you see,
when
I come and I see a cloth around there, maybe I just go, my wife, how are you doing? Just go. But to try, if I come and see her went on, I don't expect it. So naturally, I say, Charlie, what is as a man? What is happening tonight? There's something that I've made my wife different. So as a woman should be able to do all those things, but the man too needs to be spoken to. Okay. He needs to really appreciate the wife for what she did. And as the wife said, if she really wants, my wife is working, so there are things that I don't really need to pressure her for. So if I think that I wanted to do that, then I'm able to let her come home. I pay her. I go to the gym with her. I go to the gym with her. I do all the things together. Then I know that there's somebody.
Let her also come into full time.
Yes, leave the house at. I don't know to sleep at 5:30 a.m.
Dr. Sevako,
come at 7 a.m.
I know you're ready now. Dr. Sevako, before I cornered her because she was like, when you were talking, Dr. Sevako was like, why should I dress like this? What about the kids? Okay, so Dr. Sevako, what has this got to do with the kids?
Oh, I was just trying to think around because.
Okay, let's think around.
Yes, I don't. She has 4 kids. I don't know whether they are boys, they are girls. How old are their ages? Possibly the place that they are living. Maybe it might not be an enclosed area like any other place, and possibly from her background, maybe she's thinking that if I put myself like that, possibly my children might be looking at this.
Not in pants, like shorts.
She said that they want me to wear some
funny outfit.
Funny, I don't know how funny those are.
It's the woman who is funny.
Maybe a crop
it's possible it's some sexy that she's not trained with or not comfortable with. We should not forget that people can stay outside the country, but they are still traditionally rooted from where they started from. I want to begin from, should a Christian even consider
these things?
When I reached here, I noticed that this couple did not talk about these things when they were dating. Because, I like to take it from the beginning, the foundation. Bible said that if the foundation is destroyed, what can the righteous do? These people have not considered or talked about this when they were beginning. Okay. The lady said she came to Ghana during summer to spend time with them. She could possibly all the things talk about is how is US and everything about happiness, how they can get married. But nobody considered those moments that things like this could come. Possibly, as Provis said, the man couldn't afford the makeup by then. Now she thinks they can afford, but some of this you need to discuss. You need to talk about it. You can force a horse to the water, but you cannot force the horse to drink. The horse must be willing to drink the water, and these things must be talked about. And the other thing I want to talk about is the fact that these people are 40, 46. The woman has reached her menopause. And
how do you know?
Oh,
I'm
just assuming because around that time the menopause thing come, and when you get there, things don't interest you any longer. Some things like funny clothing might not interest. Might not interest the woman any longer, and possibly having sex might not also interest her. So she does all that she thinks about how to build the home, how to work, take care of children and everything.
But Dr. Sevako, you know that is important.
Oh yeah, it's important, but I'm trying to tackle it from this angle, because many people know that my husband really needs this. You could say that she's trying to please the husband, but she is not getting to that extent. Possibly because her physiology has changed and a lot of things have changed. So the husband needs to help, because at this time, to go small into a medicine, during sex she'll be dry. So if the husband says, you like it, let me have sex, she will not like it. The husband must help, must bring the lubricant and all those things. Okay. And you must understand that this man has been going to the gym. So when you go to the gym, you see slim bodies with some tight trousers, and they are shaking their bum all over the place. So this man has been every day on a daily basis has been feeding his eyes.
Church members.
Has been feeding his eyes with these nice ladies who are coming to the gym to train. So he believes that the woman can do so. But this man has a genuine concern, but his approach is wrong. The approach he has to do is to help the woman communicate. Talk to him about, 14 years ago before I married you, I didn't know that makeup could be this nice. But will it possible that you can try it?
So do you remember what your husband said the other time he came here? He saw you in makeup, he was like, man, today we have to go to Kempis.
So some of these things, she has a genuine concern. It spices up the marriage. And you know, as men are growing and everybody's growing, some people's sex likes heighten, others go down. And when you see the older men chasing the younger ladies, sugar girls to date, possibly they want to experiment. They want to experiment and see whether their system is still working. So they are drawn to those things. So I think this one is just a matter of communication and be able to train the woman slowly and consistently, because this woman is obviously depressed because she wants to please the man. The man refuses to be pleased. And I want to say that as a woman, when you are married, of course you want to please your husband, but you should not do that at the expense of your own happiness, because you tip yourself into depression and you'll be there doing things and he will not be seeing it. So in this case, losing when you give birth, you retain a maximum at times up to 10 kilos of weight per child. So supposing this woman,
you know how many weights? Like 10 kilos is too small. I was 58 and giving birth to me now, I shot up to like 86. 86 kilograms. So how many kilograms?
So
like 20.
Yes. If you use the 10, if you use the 10,
when Hepzibah came, he put on weight.
If one child is 10, you consider at least 10. You consider that for 4 children, she has put on 40 kilos.
Yes.
And possibly she was not going to the gym because she's always stressed with work.
Yeah.
And at some people stress increases even the weight.
You know, shedding all this weight is not easy.
All the 40 kilos as if they all happen at once. I'm just chipping in saying that if she gives birth, maybe at the first child and she added 10 kilos, if she did like some exercise, the 10 kilos will not be there by the time.
And they don't even give us the spacing of the kids.
Yes.
He didn't even give us.
Yes, but all those now come to the point of
when they come together like that.
So as a Christian, should she even consider this working?
The man has a genuine concern.
Yes.
Okay.
She needs to look good because the man is being drawn to things like that now. I just hope that he is not following those things like that now, but just watching. She needs to also understand. She needs to also understand that at this time, my husband wants. So you meet me halfway, I meet you halfway, so that the marriage, because they're going to be there for a long time to come, and they have to look for a way of spicing it. The man has to come and help this woman come out of this depression and stop comparing him to others of my business in the church and everything, because not everybody has the same.
I'm sure even if she compares her to some of mommy, she'll be okay. But you comparing her to any other person that has given birth, who knows? Maybe the person went through surgery to get it.
And I think she should tell the husband to get a trainer. If you want me to go to gym, I can go to gym. I need a trainer at home.
But it's not easy. What I'm going through.
As I'm training at home, I'm training at home.
No, she might not even be able to train at home.
With the house church and the children.
Yeah, she's busy.
You know,
she's working in church, working.
Yeah, but when she come home, she's doing house chores and children. So why can the man take the house chores and children so that it will be replaced by the trainer. Because the work she's doing with house chores and children might be equal or even greater than what the trainer might be taking here to. So at the point the trainer is going to come, the man should have to take the responsibility of taking care of the family so that she can have a peace of mind. The pressure, a little pressure is good, but too much pressure is taking this woman to enter into depression.
For me, the funny dresses the funny dresses you mentioned, if it comes at the funny dresses are dresses that when comes into the dresses that porn stars wear, people are very, if those ones, then I think that the man also needs counseling. Maybe he's going into things that are not un-Christian. Because a Christian cannot be telling your man to put me in what do you call
Cups.
it? Cups and then and dress like.
What if he also what if he wants spices?
No. As a Christian, we watch. There are things that we learn from it, but it's not everything that.
But you just said something that there are people who have a problem with even the sex position, the way you go about it, because they are so much. They feel like they are Christian, so they shouldn't.
When it comes to the sex position, I feel that probably it comes to your understanding about certain things. Some people think that certain sex position make them look like a bad person. But even with sex position, sometimes you, the man, you must ask yourself: is it to satisfy your own carnal desire, or or because some of the sex position might be punishment to the woman, but the man has seen something, he watched something on telly. He's a man of God. He chanced on the pornographic thing. They were doing some sex kind of, and they want the wife to come and do all those things. And those ones must be. But aside that, all the things about the things that a Christian should be able to do. Makeups were done in the makeups. There are several instances where makeups were done in the scriptures.
I wanted to say that sex positions are not punishments to women.
I know, right?
Now they will tell you that it's not a
punishment. No. The sex position, the sex position that comes.
So that if you're a man of God, okay, and you feel like, your wife cuffing you to make love to you. Maybe that is what
you see. When
did the positions begin?
No. Those you see, mommy.
So
they are There are things that people watch. No, mommy. There are things that people watch. They are sex acts that are not godly. If you ask me, their sex acts you come across. Sometimes even the books you read, you watch sex acts that say, okay, use whip, beat me. No, those ones are mental problem. And even with sex position, that I say is a position. That I say is punishment. There are sex positions that you need certain kind of physical energy to do them. So you don't. If your wife cannot, what do you call it? Put one and do it. You can't say that I want to enjoy it.
No, wait.
So do it. People like all kinds of things. I'm actually people find they want all kinds of things. And so you are a man of God. You are a man of God.
Are you talking about CS on a punching?
You are a man of God. You are watching all kinds of things, and then you come and you expect your wife to carry all those things for you, just to satisfy your carnal at the expense of the man. That's what I'm talking about. Those extreme ones that you must really, a Christian must enjoy sex, must have sex, all kind of position, but at least it should not be something that is seen as going on God, because you see, there's some people. The truth is that before they got born again, they've been watching pornography.
Please, can I read three comments because it's right? So Ezekiel Nelson comment said, giving birth and having a job doesn't prevent one from looking powerful and have well-built sexy body for her husband. She must find a way to adjust and compromise. Bible said married couples should love themselves as they love their own body. She should fix herself in the husband's shoe. And from the same person, he's saying, I also think as a wife, you should be everything to your husband. Men are moved by their eyes. he goes out, he sees things, and other women as well. So as a wife, I think you should consider the consent of the man. And Nanaya Babi said, sex is a mind thing, not the body. It is the small things that make sex great and enjoyable, like pet talking yourself into the act, spending some precious time together, etc. It needs to be worked on by both of them, not only the woman.
Yes. That is just what I said earlier, that there are people who can have a woman with a body shape that you think that they must not cheat.
And they can still cheat.
They still cheat, because if your mind, I usually tell people that what are the first things you say when you see the naked body of your wife? That one, when you see me, I'll tell you. But at least appreciate your wife's body. If you appreciate your spouse's body, you thank God, you'll be able to enjoy. If you have issues, if you're having quarrel, you still go out and cheat. But at least there's a way you can work on it, at least.
So let me before we end, let me ask you this. So about the positions we are talking about, you mean there are positions that you can do and there are others that you can't do?
No, there are sex positions that I believe that there are sex positions.
Like the one you did right now. That one is
yes. So
it looks like
so you see.
Sia gave us like two. He said one is appointing them, and two is sorry corporate.
You see, there are sex positions that are not meant to be enjoyed. They are meant to feel for the man or the other person, satisfy his carnal craving.
But what you did will be very
so
painful.
now you ask yourself that, where is that carnal craving coming from? That carnal craving coming from that I've seen certain things. That means that the person that was into pornography, do you know that pornography spoils marriages? Because when people watch, they want their wife to do those things, not knowing that the people who are doing those things are people who have been drugged, all kinds of things. And those people are not doing it for pleasure. They are doing it for money. So you should be able to.
And what we were told not to cry. So if you're watching that, you're comparing maybe they'll edit that part out. They'll make up
I think with the man, you know there are some families when you are going to get married, you see slim chicks, but then you also see the fat ones, like the mother looking fat. So I think that there are times too that frankly, men has to analyze all of those things. There are people that in their families, whatever they do, they can't do so much about their weight. They can gym their whole life, and
I don't.
Yes, they are.
But
you see,
no matter what you
they have thick bones. Some have thick bones.
Maybe says you might not probably slim down, but at least it's a way. You see, there was a family at church. I'll mention them to him later. The woman, all the daughters, but one of them who was at Lebanon was very slim. She said when she had SS, the mother told her that you know how our body is. If you lose yourself, you become like your sisters. Yeah. Instead, with that word, she intentionally watched her diet, exercise, and she, among all the family, she is slim. So no matter how your body system is medical, and Dr. Saka will let us know, there is a way you can still keep your body under check.
But not to become slim.
Not everyone.
I didn't say slim. I said put your body under check.
Because
not slim like slim.
Ladies and gentlemen,
George,
by saying that the woman should go through the exercise. Is that what we are saying? What advice are we giving herself? How is the man helping? This man gave you money to go and shop. You went to buy things to satisfy yourself. This man said you should go to. So what are we saying?
The woman should understand that one. The underlying question she asked, should a Christian consider this? She should consider it. Makeup, immodesty is not a sin. Makeup, wearing things that are nice on you. It doesn't mean that you can. When I was going to marry my wife, I told them that I'm not going to buy cloth, my material for a wife. I don't want my wife, no. So after I'm buying dresses. So if she's the cloth type and the husband also like dresses, she needs to wear dresses for her.
And mommy, I think that she should communicate with the husband. tell the husband that the way you are pushing the thing, I don't like. It is not gingering me to lose this weight. This weight needs your help. So that the husband understands that, what I'm doing all this while, I never knew it is hurting you. So that both of them should tell the husband to help her lose the weight and go to work if you want to.
A treadmill or something.
Come back.
Take a shower 5 minutes.
And the man should help her. You do it together. The man should help the woman at home. Because she can't go to the gym, go to work, come back and take care of the kids.
Hey, she should help. All take a
help. Homework, everything.
Maybe after that,
cooking,
assisting her will even make her
more kids.
Because they are not too.
Okay. So we are done with today. I want to say thank you very much. But Prof Vincent has something to tell you on Madness of Faith Convention. Prof, what do you tell them?
Oh, mommy, Madness of Faith Convention. We are starting our annual program from the 16th, that's this very Sunday, tomorrow evening to the 23rd. Madness of Convention. You must understand that nobody in the kingdom of God made exploits without faith. Okay. When you are without faith, you are at the mercy of circumstances. So you make sure that you book a date. The flyers are out there. Watch them and then come and make impact. Some of these issues we are discussing will need people who have built their faith to be able to stand in such tough times. Faith to still believe God that things can work out for you. So don't miss this Sunday evening throughout the week. My father will be in town. We'll be around Sunday evening. It will be amazing. I am prepared. Lee, you are prepared.
Thank you very much for watching. I want to say a big thank you to the producer of the show, Prophet Bernard, Elbernard, Nelson Eshen, and the crew, Efo Koviga, Michael, Kwejoye Boy, the panel. And my beautiful makeup is by CJZ Makeover. And the panel is from Polka.MUA, Adris Makeup, and Anel and Priscilla. I want to say a big thank you to all of them. God bless you for staying with us. Next week, same time, right here. God bless you. Bye.
This is Vincent Bannerman, the senior pastor at Spirit Library Ministries, the prophetic city. And together with my father, our general overseer, God's oracle, Prophet Bernard, Elbernard, Nelson Eshen, we want to sincerely invite you to this year's Madness of Faith Convention, which is happening at the National Theatre from the 16th to the 23rd of July. We have other anointed men of God that will be on board, and God will truly bless you. You might ask yourself, why this caption, Madness of Faith Convention? Now understand that faith is the foolishness of God, outclassing the wisdom of men. That is why 1 Corinthians 1 verse 18 says that the preaching of the gospel is foolishness to those who are perishing. And God also chooses the foolish things of the world to confound the wise. Your testimony awaits you. These 8 days, book a date with God, and your life will be transformed. I can't wait to see you and your family.
Wonderful people of God, my name is Prophet Samuel Odonko.
Prophet Ezekiel Nelson coming.
My name is Prophet Isaac Owusu. I am Prophet for Star Elom Azuma.
This is Prophet Abraham Samoa.
My name is Prophet Eko Hammond.
My name is Prophet Alex Roberts.
My name is Prophet George Clotte.
Prophet Samuel Nyamitse.
Pastor Henry Doe.
My name is Prophet Solomon.
Hi Ghana, hi Africa and the world alike. This is Vincent Bannerman, the senior pastor at the Prophetic City, Spirit Library Ministries, with my father, God's oracle, Prophet Bernard, Elbernard, Nelson Eshen, and these anointed men of God you see here. We want to invite you to our annual Madness of Faith Convention, which is happening from 16